What's up, guys? This is Galaxy Stream here with Yelo Thnda. Night after our Tinley Park regional. Tell us how'd you did.
I did okay. It was one of my better regionals. I mean, obviously there's been a regional that I did get my invite for. I did not this time. I went X3. There was 9 rounds total out of 450 people-ish. I placed 81st.
What deck did you play?
I played Dragunity Ruler. Although that if I had the time, I would have been able to just make it myself, but because I have such a loving team and great friends, they helped me build this about a week before the tournament.
Now, I have a question for you. You're playing the Dragunity variant of Dragon Rulers. Why, if anyone actually saw any previous videos, they know you sometimes play Dragunities similar to Pat's build. Mm-hmm. What made you go to the Dragon variant?
You know, like when I first played Dragon Rulers back when Lord of Tachyon dropped, I made the deck like right at the sneak peek. I got everything I needed for it. I pulled all my Drago Sacks. I didn't have Big Eyes at the time, but I mean, I made the deck for what came out of the packs. It's the deck that I took to the Countryside Regional. I got my invite with it. I felt really good about it, and personally, it's the best deck I ever played. Now, right now, I'm still not really, I guess, sold on just the pure dragons for my playstyle. But I have been playing Dragunities for quite a while at the other regionals I've been going to. So I decided to go with the Dragunity Dragon Ruler hybrid.
Okay. Is there any specific kind of like playstyle or play that made you fall towards it? Or did you kind of want to like break away from the pack and just go more beat stick mode?
I did like the beat sticks more. Like the fact that even though like more players have been abusing Ravine and just the way that it works with everything now. Being able to load your grade, get a bunch of monsters on the field. I feel that's more my playstyle, more aggro. I like getting the big monsters on the field, pushing for game like that. So, and that's what I feel like, getting the best of both decks.
Okay, good answer. Plus, it doesn't always hurt to get a big eye whenever you want it.
Right?
All right, why don't we get into the deck profile? Let's see what you did.
Alrighty, so basically what I ran is your basic Dragunity 6-card engine, slimmed down from just normal Dragunity. You've got the 3 ducks. I only ran the 2 phalanx. 3 is just, it's kind of limited with the deck when you're trying to just make 2 decks into one. And this is all I really needed for the engine since I don't run the Legionnaire. And I only had the 3 ducks for it. So when I had it, especially for like Hearts of Consonance, it was really good to pitch it. And it's really easy to get in the grave with Tempest, Ravine, and obviously Cards Consonance. So that's 5, and then to finish it off, just 1 Messeltane.
How did the 1 Messeltane work out for you?
It worked out really good. It was really easy to search it out through the entire day. There was some times where I wish I might have had a second one, but it was very slim. More things where like I wish I could get something off the field, or just being able to normal summon it to get around like Ophion or something like that. But that's pretty much it. There wasn't really too much more that I feel like I needed to have more than one. There's the one of Red MD. And then you get into the dragons. Obviously, we got 3 blasters. It's the pop power. Obviously, the beat stick of all the dragons. 3 tempest. Searches just go off, especially with even just discarding him or bringing him out with Gold Sark. It never ends. And then 2 Redox. The Redox, basically, everyone who plays this deck just knows that it's kind of fodder for everything. You banish one, you bring the other one, and then you can drop it for anything. I wouldn't mind playing it at 3. That's just me. I feel like I could get an extra plus off of it, just searching another one, or being able to summon it more often to get like a Drago Sack or a Big Eye. Onto the rest of the deck. The 1 Zephy. The 1 Garuda.
How did you like Garuda?
I really like Garuda. It makes the big play a lot with M7. Basically, because you have to summon it first, and then you got to overlay for Queen Dragon Gen, detach this, bring it back to your hand, resummon again, all that kind of stuff. So I really enjoyed it. There were some times I wish I actually had a second one, that I would preferred more just to get another drop in. But I mean, it served its purpose very well throughout the day it won. 3 Maxis. This format, it's just for dragons, Dragunities. Most of the decks, you're going to get at least the 1-for-1, like my captain always says. But you're going to get at least the 1-for-1. Most of the time, you'll probably get up to 3 draws, just depending on the deck you're playing, because people like to just take the challenge. I find I got this off numerous times all day. The only time that it was just dead for me was Prophecy, and then I sided all of them out, and a couple times on Mermails, but that was it. To finish up the monsters, 1 Flamvel Guard, just to be another drop target for Blaster.
And Cards of Consonants.
And Cards of Consonants. So that was 21 monsters. Onto the spells, obviously 3 Ravine. Probably one of the most broken cards now. Everyone's abusing it. Everyone loves it. Like, hyping the card, even though it's common. It's half the amount of the structure deck. Double Terraforming. I do agree with Pat that 3 is just too much. I don't want to see it all the time. Although I can use it as fodder for Ravine, I just rather would see something else in place of it. Double Cards Consonants, or your draw power. The 1 Gold Sark for searching. 3 Sword. Just truly busted in decks that run all the dragons like this. Definitely can see it getting hit to 1. Just because if you're playing dragons, you're running 3 of them.
You're running 3-pot of greed.
Exactly. it just pluses so hard. And then to finish it off, just the Book of Moon. I didn't see... I shouldn't say that I didn't see it. I didn't feel like I needed it too much. Like, when I did have it, like, it was okay, but it didn't really serve that great of a purpose. It just kind of stalled it out for a turn. I'm starting to see that even a deck like this, that it'll probably come out for something else. I was in very need of Lance the whole day. I was going through situations where the Lance would have like won me games, going into like damage step, would have saved my monsters being on the field when I didn't have Stardust. So yeah, I mean this will probably be coming out for a Lance.
I can understand that. I was talking to some players at the tournament, and they, including myself, were actually citing out their Book of Moon because of how many dragons were running around, and they didn't want to give them a free dragon to never leave the field.
Right. Yeah, because just putting them down, it just means that it's not going to their hand next turn. And there's no point of that. Even if they don't make the Drago sack, it's not worth it. Onto the traps. Ran 1 Mirror Force, 1 Compulse. I did run 2 Phoenix Wing Windblast. I decided to go with this over Regeki Break because, personally, I thought I would see more Stardust throughout the day, honestly. With dragons running around, they can make 8s, doing all that kind of stuff. I know that like the big thing right now is just Crimson Blader. That's what they're summoning. It's either that or Colossal Fighter. And but even at that, this will still get them off the field. You're paying the same kind of cost, and without it having to be destroyed, that way at least it's Stardust proof. So that's what I fell with. I think that I'll probably drop one of these as well for a Lance. That'll probably be the second one I take out, because I didn't really need 2 of them, especially with running Compulse. So that's just 3 things that either go back to the deck or the hand. Broken Return from Different Dimension. Again, probably another card I'll have to replace come next ban list, because I don't see it lasting another format. But it's when you get it off, you win games. That's just the thing of it now. Kind of like how, what was it, Shockmaster is more like win condition. Like this is now almost a win condition unless you're warned. And then doubles Vanity's Emptiness to finish it off. It's becoming a better staple than any other card in every deck, almost.
Now, I know there's going to be some questions. Why no 6th Sense?
Honestly, like, my buddy Lyle, I ended up facing him round 2. But my buddy Lyle, he had like 3 of them. And I wanted to get one from him the day. Now, honestly, I just didn't have one. That's just kind of the main thing. I don't think I would have enjoyed it as much, though, if I did have it. I did get, for the first time, I did get 6th Sense against me, and my opponent had to draw 6. He won that game.
It's not fun.
But it is not fun. But I ran a 40-card deck. And it's out of the norm for me. I feel comfortable at 41. It's just, I don't care. So I would have not mind putting in a 6th Sense at 41. But I mean, I just didn't have it.
Okay.
For the extra deck, for loot purposes, Queen Dragon Jin, one Tum, M7, Bouncer for the Bouncer loop. For my 7 ranks, 1 Big Eye, 1 Dragosack. Even running as many dragons as they do, there's no point in running more than 1 of each. Especially, I never have time to go into even more than 1 of these Ixies per game. That's just how it went through the day. Synchros, the Mighty 4, 3 Vaj, 1 Durg. That's all Dragunities need to run. I did tech out 1 Orient Dragon. I thought I would need this more than I actually did. I didn't go in it at all the entire day. I probably would actually take this out maybe for a Gaia Charger. I find myself with just a Tum kind of face up on the field a lot, and especially I can't remember what matchup it was, but it was something where I knew that my opponent could swing over it, even with one of their main deck monsters. For some reason I just can't think of it, but if I had Gaia Charger, I would have just stacked over it, and it wouldn't have been able to take it out. So it was probably my Prophecy matchup. And yeah, that's right. He summoned Blue Boy, did power on it, and then mastered the power for 25, and then got like double search off for it. And that's why I was just kind of iffy on it. So this will probably come out most likely for Gaia Charger. If not, maybe a second like Stardust or Crimson Blader. So while I'm on that subject, my 8s, 1 of each, 1 Stardust, 1 Colossal Fighter, 1 Scrap Dragon, and 1 Crimson Blader. So yeah, this will either become another Stardust, Crimson Blader, or even that Gaia Charger. Most likely the Gaia Charger though, because I'm pretty comfortable with all my 8s. Really quick, I just wanted to show this off. This pretty great Blood Mephiст token that I got. The guy, he kind of mumbled when he said his name, so you can kind of just see it right there, just all shiny and whatnot. So, but yeah, I thought it was really cool. It only valued at like $1. Like, I mean, I would have even like valued this at 10. I would have even picked that up. So that was pretty cool of him. For the side deck, though, card that did the most work the whole day, Electric Virus, won me my last match. My last match, I did a mirror match, and I ended up virusing his Blaster game 3, virusing his Scrap Dragon game 2, won me both matches, or both games, 4 match. That was pretty awesome. Double DD Crow for the Dragon matchup. Triple MST, because obviously I don't main any in the deck. But when I go into like Prophecies, heavy back row decks, is just what I side into. The double Ixion core, I did face 2 Mermails throughout the day. Couldn't get the Songaios at all. Because I either 1 never drew it, or 2 Scrap Dragon did because he didn't have Gaios anyway. Double Ref Panel, again, sided in it for every Dragon matchup I had. Didn't get it off once, didn't see it at all. Which kind of upset me, because I did a lot of work to get these, and it was pretty sad that I didn't have to, or that I wasn't able to get it off. Double Trap Stun, did amazing work, made me feel really comfortable through my push plays. Again, my last matchup, he had like Vanity's Emptiness, and what was it, Chain Disappearance set. And I had this 1 back row, so I was just like, okay, Trap Stun. All of it was dead, made 8,000 push for game. And then to finish up, double Iron Wall. I never went into this. I realized that I have so many other things sided for dragons, because this is basically my main, basically dragons and prophecies, because I don't like fate. But I didn't really go into this at all. It'll probably come out, or I might at least keep the 1 in for the prophecy matchup, just to get around fate and stuff. But so that's about it.
Now, before we make this video too long, quickly go over what your matches were and what happened.
Alrighty. Match 1, it was so dumb. I faced Madolches and I got 2-0'd. Not because of the deck. I didn't even get to really see the deck. I opened up Messeltane, Red MD, Garuda, and Draw Power both games. That's just easy as it is. The most amount of monsters I got on the field at a time was like Red MD Stardust. That was it. He was able to like Tiramisu, both of them back to the deck. I was like, whatever, he pushed for game. I gave it to him. It was not fun. Round 1. Round 2, like I said, I faced my buddy Lyle, who's playing 6 Ams. I 2-0'd him. I did a M7 loop, went all out. He couldn't do anything about it. Game 2, he went into Shien and Beast. I kind of just picked away at it. 3 turns in, full loop, killed him. So at that point, I was 1-1. Third round was Spellbooks. I didn't actually get to see what he was playing until game 2 because I run the dice roll. I went first. I did M7 loop. He picked up his hand. He's like, all right, scoop, because he didn't have any monsters. So I was like, I really want to side out my Maxis at this point because I'm like, he didn't have any monsters. I really don't know what he's playing, but I kept 2 of them in, sided out a couple things, make sure I got my MSTs in. But he ended up like getting jogging on the field. I had double emptiness set, so there was no point of that. Normal summoned his world and poked me to death, and then I beat him game 3. So round 4, I faced like a Chaos Dragon Blue Eyes deck. It was put together very well. Back when the structure deck came out, I had a kind of an idea of how I wanted to do that, but it never really progressed. I didn't know what I wanted to put in, and then it didn't really balance that well. But the way this guy played it was really well. Ended up, he beat me game 1 after I sided and everything. Beat him game 2 and 3. I beat him in time, round 3. It was just he couldn't get me under. He was at like 2200. I was at 44. And actually at that point, he passed turn. I was on turn 5, and I was literally trying to think out my play until he was just like, end turn. And I'm thinking to myself, like, why is he doing this? Because I'm already life points ahead of him. I just ended turn and I won. Round 5, faced Evilswarms. I went 1-2 because Ophion is just kind of hard. It's harder to get around in my deck. More things that are just not summonable that get stuck in my hand. So anyway, lost that round. Round 6, faced that Fire King deck that Pet actually faced. That ran like the Redox and the Grunix and all that stuff. It was the 4-axis. But so yeah, he ended up. It was that return. Both games. I beat him game 1, poked him down with Stardust. Game 2 and 3, it was just return for the win. He ended with 1750 both round 2 and 3, or game 2 and 3 against me. It was pretty dumb. And then I faced back-to-back Mermail decks. I faced like pure Mermail, like 7-rank Gaios Turbo with title and everything. 2-1'd him. Next I played the mono Mermail with Undyne and everything. Ended up 2-1'ing him. And then, like I said, my last round, I had that mirror match with Dragunity Rulers. And he actually looked really serious about it. It seemed like he played the deck a lot. He just kind of had that look like he's been playing it for a while. He beat me game 1 because I opened up decent, but he just picked my field away. Game 2 and 3, obviously, Electric Virus did work. Stole all of his monsters, trap stunned everything, pushed for game both games. And he seemed kind of salty about it, but then again, like, I mean, I didn't even get my invite, so I don't know. I don't really care. But I mean, that's that. Yeah, then bubble. But yeah, that's the deck, and it was my matchups of the day.
All right, good to know. Would you do anything different for next regional, or would you keep the same?
Yeah, you know what? Actually, I've got a list of stuff I'll probably bring in. I do want to add one Corseska because it's just another tuner, another wind drop, and searchable by Ravine. I wouldn't say that I'd like played over guard or anything, but I'd probably just add it as a monster. Definitely double lance. Like I said, it'd probably be like Book of Moon and then one of the Phoenix for this, just so I got the room for that. Probably side the second Phoenix or something, and not sure if I want to main or side a third Emptiness because there was just times that I know I'd be like that one guy who would main the 3 Emptiness, but it just puts in so much work that I really don't care. It's just I'd rather see it more often than not.
All right, good to know. Well, good job going next 3. It's upsetting that you didn't get your invite, but it was a good tournament, good turnout, and you know what? Good result all around. Yep. This is Galaxy Stream with Yelo Thnda with Team No Fat Chicks, giving you a deck profile. Remember, comment, rate, subscribe, and we'll see you next time.